Okay.
Perfect. So, hello and welcome to the Quiet Miles Voices in Motion, a series celebrating everyday endurance athletes whose stories often go unheard. These are honest, relaxed conversations about movement, life, joy, obstacles, and showing up. So, not perfect journeys, but real ones. This space is about connection, shared journey, and honoring the many ways endurance shows up in our lives. I'm Trina Dawkins. Let me introduce you to today's guest. Lornette Valentine. So
Hey.
Lornette co-owns Maison Restaurant in Farnham with her husband Ben, a Michelin star restaurant, may I add. So Lornette and I actually met through her brother Leroy, who I met through Black Trail Runners a few years ago. Leroy is full of jokes, and I really enjoy the dynamic between you two. I can only imagine what your runs are like together. And I believe that Leroy most likely introduced you to the trail running lifestyle and endurance
100%. Yeah.
running as well. So thank you so much, Lornette. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Still buzzing from my race at the weekend. Um, and just lording it up like honestly, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Tell me about the race at the weekend, or tell us about the race at the
Yeah.
weekend. What it
So
was. Yeah,
yeah,
all of
so I
it.
did the Arc of Attrition 40, 50
Mhm.
miles, but it was actually 50.95 miles. Um, it was like honestly, it's one of those things. I started running nearly 5 years ago,
Mhm.
and I was doing couch to 5K like pretty
Sure.
much like everybody else, and I
Mhm.
couldn't get past run 19, and then I had an iron deficiency, so I had to have an iron and a blood transfusion,
Mhm.
and then I was like, oh, okay, this is how I'm supposed to feel. You don't realize, you just get on
Mhm.
with it, just get
Of
on with
course,
life.
it becomes normal.
Yeah, yeah, you just get on with life. And then I went on the treadmill, just ran 5 miles. I was like, oh, okay. And then I just did 10 miles. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. You know, and that. So never thought I'd be running 50 miles. Um, I did the arc last year, but I did the 25
Mhm.
miler. And then this year I went in for the 50. Oh my God, it was hellish. It was hellish.
How was the 25 last year,
The
and what made
25 was
it?
hard. The
Okay.
25 was hard. It
Mhm.
started in St. Ives and it
Sure.
was hard. The climbs at the end, they call them the three bitches. When I talk about the elevation, the steps, I think it's probably equivalent. Like, imagine trying to lift your leg as high as you can. That's what the steps are like. That's what each of the
Every
steps are like
time.
every
Wow.
time. And there's three lots of those, and it ends on that as well. So it's awful, and that. So I've gone back and done the 50 miler like you do because
Yeah,
you
it's
forget.
awful. Let me
You
go back again and do
yeah,
twice
yeah,
as much.
yeah, exactly. And that, and then it was just like, oh my God, because you forget because the endorphins kick in, and
Right.
then like a possessed, I mean, you like clicking on it, like, And so I've gone back and I'd gone down to do a recce, but I did
Yeah.
the recce in the sun when the sun was shining,
Hmm.
and that it was storming grid, the wind was blowing, it
God.
was like, oh my God, the mud was up to my knees, my hat flew off.
Did you
Um,
get it back?
no, I saw the hat go and I
Yeah.
went, nah.
I'm not going back for
I
that.
mean, because
Yeah.
when you're in the car park and
Yeah.
you drop something and then you're chasing after it. I was like, I'm
Chasing.
not doing
Yeah.
that. I'm not
Not
doing that.
today.
So I just kept running.
Yeah.
Um, I think because of that, my eyes weren't protected. And
Mm.
although they recommend you have goggles, and I had goggles, I didn't put the goggles on.
Goggles.
Yeah,
Really?
I got
It's that
goggles. Yeah,
bad? Wow.
I went wind blind in my right eye.
So
So
that
it
means you can't see anything?
so I couldn't see properly in my right eye. And that
Wow.
so I just thought it was something on my eye. I was like, oh God, so I kept
Hmm.
persevering, but I kept falling over. I kept falling over. I kept slipping. The mud was like thick.
Oh.
I fell down a rock and nearly fell over the edge. I nearly missed the cutoff, and that after St. Ives.
What time did they give you in terms of the
They
completion?
gave you 15 and a half hours. Got
Okay.
15 and a half hours, but the cutoff was 1:30. So I came in at 15:40, no, 15:43.
Wow.
Um, but I got to the end at just after 1:15, and the cutoff was
Okay.
1:30.
Wow.
And yeah, and all the way round because I started off with my friend Rob, and then I was
Yeah.
going to, you need to go
Yeah.
on because like, I didn't feel as strong because just because I could
Mm.
see and that. And yeah, all the way around. My husband was there,
Oh.
my friend Liz, and then my brother, because we were obviously down a few days before. He
Yeah.
then started meeting me, and I could just hear them all. And obviously, my brother was just like,
Oh,
"Oh my God!" He's like, "Go on, go
go on,
on, go on."
Lorna.
Yeah, he's like, "Go on." My sister, she's a G. She's a G.
Oh,
And obviously, he got me into this. He got me into this
yeah.
running world. So, and we're similar in personalities, but in
Mm,
terms of like, he's very much an outdoorsy person.
mm,
I quite happily sit in the house in the dark.
yeah.
I'm, and he used to come round. He'd be like, "Why are
Are
you in the
you
dark?"
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and that. And then he'd be like, he'd always be running and running to London.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're such a loser. Do you know what I mean? And then he got me into this running world. And now I'm
How did
like,
he convince you though? Because
um,
obviously you used to run on the treadmill, and that's completely different. But what
yeah,
did he
and
say
go
to
and go
you
to
that
the
made
gym.
you
Yeah.
think like,
You know
oh,
what?
like,
It
I'll
was
try
it
it?
was Dio's. It was Dio's running for justice thing. That's
Ah,
why, because then Leo was like, then after Dio did the first year, Leo was going, "You
yeah.
can't end this and that. I'll do the first month and then you've got time to find other people." So when
Mm,
he's talking, I'm like, I can do that. Because I can sit and I can talk to you, and anything you
yeah.
do, I can convince myself I can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Because I'm
love
like,
that.
I'm not saving lives. I'm like,
Mm,
someone's like, "Oh, I can, I knitted a scarf. It took me
yeah,
7 hours. Oh, if you can do it, I can do it."
that's
So
it.
I'm like, I can do this. I can run that. And then so I started, I've then signed up for it. And then Leroy said to me, "Oh no, you need to run outside." Oh, oh, okay. That's a whole
Mm,
different ball game. Do you know what I mean? So I've got to
yeah.
run somewhere. The treadmill, when I'm finished, I can turn it off and thingy.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did that and I had to go outside and run. I ran for 2 seconds, can't do it. Couldn't do it.
Why do you think that is if you can do like a long distance on the treadmill?
Well, no, because I'd only just done the 5K, but then I was like,
Yeah.
and then I did 10K on gym. I was like,
Yeah.
I can do it on the treadmill. I'm in the gym, I'm listening to my music, I'm in the same spot. When I need to stop,
Yeah.
I can stop. But running outside is different. You've got air, you've got different terrains. So
Mhm.
I've gone to the local park, I'm running, I'm like, I can't do this. Oh my God, I've told everyone I'm doing this, I can't do it.
How many days? Because it wasn't just a one-off run, was it?
No, no. So I did 9 days. But what
Okay.
I did was I was like, I need to go a couple of days before that. So in total, I did 11 days of running 10K a day. But I was like, I can't do this. So I had to go out with my brother. And
Yeah.
and then so I went out with Leroy and I was like, okay. And then I was just getting people to come out with
Mhm.
me. And we were living by the canal then. And that so and I was just running 3 miles out, 3 miles back, just taking my time and that. So and then obviously I'd go out with my brother.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh yeah, when are we going out? When are we going out?" And then you started getting the buzz, "When are we going out?" And then
Yeah.
he found me a little group. He goes, "I found you a little group. It'll be good for you. It'll be good for me." Because I was doing
Mm.
his head in because he's obviously a lot better than me. And that, but he would always find the time. So we were going out at like 5 in the morning, before his work and after
Mhm.
my work and that. So just fitting it where we can and
Yeah.
that. And yeah, and that was it. And then 5 years later, I'm doing 50 miles and got my medal.
Yes, let's see. Oh my
Got my
gosh.
medal. I was lording it up in Cornwall the next day.
Wow.
Honestly, I was saying to everyone who just walked past me, I was like,
I've
yeah.
just run 50 miles.
I said, so what were you doing yesterday? He said, yeah, whilst you watching Britain's Got Talent, I was running
Yeah.
50 miles. Yeah, I was running. And literally everyone, what did you do? Yeah, I was running.
You should be so proud. Oh my
Yeah, no,
God.
I am. So it was hellish. I hated it, but I'm going back next year.
What are we doing next year?
50 again. Because now I know. Now
Yeah.
I know. Um, there's certain things I'm like, yeah, different trainers. I'll
Mm,
go back and do a recce in the bad weather.
mm,
Yeah. And possessed, like my husband said to me, he goes, "You said you weren't going back." And I was
yeah.
like, "I'm going back. I'm going back."
Gonna wear a hat with a string underneath.
Oh,
So
mate, I've got my goggles. I'm gonna look like Ali G. I'm gonna look like Ali G. But I'm going back. I'm going
so
back.
good. That's so good. No, I like that. And I think that's the thing with runners, isn't it? Because you can be having the worst time, but
Yeah.
once you've crossed that finish line, you've forgotten all
Yeah.
about it.
You forget it.
Forgot.
48 hours. I said to Ben, take
Yeah.
my phone away. Take my phone away. 48 hours later, I was messaging my mate Rob. I'm going back. I'm finished business. Like he'd said, I'm finished. I'm
Is
going
he
back with
going
like all
back?
of.
How did he get on, actually?
So he went last year. No, not
Yeah.
last year. The year before.
Mhm.
And he did it the exact same time as me, just missed the cut off, and so almost missed the cut off,
Mhm.
and that. So he went back this time with
Yeah.
me. It was unfinished business. I was like, really? Because I would have just been happy. No, I get what it is. He shaved 2 hours off his time. He was really strong. We trained together. It's really nice. Up here, the running community is amazing. Like I made so many friends.
It's amazing.
Run with loads of people. The trails, like you really need to come. The
Mm.
trails are amazing. It's so good.
The pictures look amazing, and I just
Yeah,
love elevation. Anything that's
yeah,
got, I can't do the flats. Like
yeah. I know. Yeah,
I need to be on the struggle bus,
yeah. I know.
basically.
That's it. That's it. And you we're eating on the trails, and we're having a laugh. And I come back, and my husband's always like, "Oh, I came back one time, and he said to me, 'Oh, how's your run?' I went, 'Oh my God, such a laugh. This is such a laugh.' He goes, 'No, how's the run?' I went, 'Oh my God, yes, such a laugh.' And he went, 'No, how's the actual run?' I went,
Can't remember.
'Oh yeah, the run's all right.' I was like, 'Yeah, the run was all right.' But we
Oh,
meet, we come back, there's mud. There's a group of us we meet on a
yeah.
Saturday and we get there and then we just run in and it's a safe space. We take the mickey out of each other. We laugh at each other. You've got every nationality, it's just amazing. It really is a laugh. And then you see someone, that's it. You're like, oh yeah, should we run next week? And that's it. So I get about 40, 50 miles in sometimes a
Yes.
week. Because I'm able to fit it around work
Yeah.
because there's so many people. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll run with you tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'll run with you tomorrow. And so even when I'm not training for anything,
Yeah.
it's easy
You
to get
just keep
runs in
going. Yeah.
because we're like, oh yeah, we'll go out for like 8, 9 miles. And because we're
Mm.
just chatting rubbish, before you know it, it's over.
It's done. It's
Yeah,
done. Oh, amazing. I was thinking, so when you're running alone, because obviously you started off with your friend and then you
yeah.
ended up running on your own. So all those hours, what are you thinking about?
Food. Food, what I can eat. And
Okay.
yeah, I also listen to music. I
Mm,
also listen to music and music really helps. And also push on. And like my brothers were saying to me, he's going to be just push on, keep on moving, keep on moving. And
mm,
I didn't think of it as 50 miles. I thought of it as in, oh, I've got 4 miles to get to that. And I've got
mm.
this amount of time to do 7 miles. I just broke it down.
Yeah.
And I do that with my everyday life. Like I'm
Mm,
very much a list person.
yeah.
So when I get up, I write my list of things to do and the time I want to do it in. So that's how I did it. It's very much like, okay, I've got 2 hours to get to this point and I've
Yeah.
got to get to it and just keep moving forward. And Leroy always says to me, as long as you're moving faster than walking,
Mm,
then it's fine. And it's
yeah.
just get through. And my support, like my cheerleaders, as I like
Yeah.
to call them, were there every time they're just cheering me on and you see
Oh,
them
I
and it
love
just gives you a
that.
little bit of like a
Yeah.
little bit of a boost. So yeah. But
What was
yeah.
the hardest mile when you just thought, right, this is hard?
The dunes was hard. So it's on sand, so it's not actually that hard. So they
Okay.
call it the Dunes of Dooms, I think. It's not actually that hard. And
Mm,
with the UTMB now, it's very well marked.
okay.
But the torch, Lewa gave me my second torch, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Did you read the instructions?" No, I didn't read the instructions. I don't
What, the
read
torch?
instructions for the torch. Yeah, I turned the torch on.
Yeah.
Anyway, apparently it's one of those ones that fades. So if there's other lights around, it fades. So
Oh,
I thought it was
okay. So
running
it's like
out.
blood clash. Sure.
Yeah, I thought it was running out. So I was just like, oh, and then because I couldn't see that
Yeah.
well, I was like, my God. So that was really hard. So I wanted to move faster,
Yeah.
but I had to stick with a group. And
Mm-hmm.
they were walking fast, but I had to
Yeah.
stick with them because I was thinking
Mhm.
my torch isn't working properly. And I need to walk, I need to stay with the crowd. So that was hard. And I was just like, and obviously with my eye, I couldn't really see as
Wow.
well. So it was
Did
dark.
that
My
go
eye,
on? How long did that go on for the wind
it
blindness?
started probably about mile 10.
Oh,
So
wow.
early on, so for the 40 miles and that. So yeah, and I just didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell
No.
anyone and
Yeah.
that. So I was just like, because then I thought it was just something I just thought I was something in my eye.
Mm,
And where kept falling over, my
yeah.
hands were dirty. I couldn't wipe my hat, couldn't
Sure.
wipe my eye and
Mm-mm.
that. And then when I got to the checkpoint, I was like, oh yeah, can you just, I didn't have to, I had 7 minutes. I had to go in and out and
Yeah.
like, planned to like change my clothes. I'd had a whole heap of food. I was going to have soba noodles. I was thinking, literally, you would have thought that I was going on a spa break with everything that I planned for that drop off.
And you're carrying all of this, aren't you?
I'm carrying that as well, but I also had, I'm carrying stuff as well, but I also had a drop bag
Oh,
with
nice.
the rest of my fueling and stuff like that,
Sure.
and a change of clothes, like change of socks, like underwear,
Yeah.
everything. I was changing everything. I don't know where I was going to do all of this.
Did you change at any point?
I didn't do nothing. I was like, top up my water, let me wipe my eye, and I was gone. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. And that. And I just said, I said, I need to wipe my eye. I
Yeah.
wiped my eye, realized it wasn't dirt. And I was like, oh, mate. And I just kept going because I didn't know what it was at the time. I just kept going. I
Yeah.
thought, you know what, I haven't got time. Like, let me just keep going. And at the end, my friend got a medic and she looked at my eye
Yeah.
and she said to my husband, is there eye usually like that? It's almost like I had a glass contact on my eye and
Wow.
that. And they put some eye drops in it. It didn't
Mm.
do anything. But the next day, I guess it thawed out. It was almost like um what's it called? Frost on my eye.
Oh,
So,
I've
but
never heard
yes.
of that
No,
before.
I hadn't either. It was I was talking to a friend and he told me
Yeah.
about it. And that because I went home, I looked at my eye and I was like, oh wow, you know, if you watch a movie and they try to make someone look blind, they
Yeah.
put a contact on. That's what it
Yeah.
looked like. My eye looked like that. And so I was just like, oh wow, okay. And then I was talking to a friend the next day and he
Yeah.
said, oh, it's called wind blindness. And I think there's snow blindness as well. And I was like, okay, yes,
That's
that
why they
makes sense.
recommend the goggles.
That's why they recommend it. And so I would recommend to everyone and that, but I think as well, because my cap fell off, I didn't have any protections,
Sure.
like,
So
yeah, at
everything
all.
was just coming out.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. So because it was cold, it was windy,
Yeah.
we've obviously got the sea on our left,
Mm.
so but yeah, that's something I would say to everyone. If
Yeah.
you wear glasses and that because I had them with me, I just didn't put them
Yeah.
on. So that's something in my training I will practice with them because it's very
Sure.
much like, oh, they're gonna get if you're not a normal glasses
Mm.
wearer, you need to get used to that. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm long-sighted, but
So,
when I'm out, I don't need to wear
yeah.
glasses. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's getting used to that,
Mm.
putting stuff on them so they don't mist up and stuff like that.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, so all of that
Yeah.
is just like it's a learning curve. It's a
Mm.
learning curve, and you learn from like the struggles of trail running. You
Honestly,
know,
gosh, I was
so
going to say to you because obviously you own the restaurant with your husband
yes,
Ben.
yeah,
I, I mean, I don't know what the opening hours are, but how do you balance kind of like running early in the morning and then
yeah,
working full time as well? And then obviously you've got family life. How
yeah.
do you balance all of that stuff?
Well, so our little restaurant, which we absolutely love, it's amazing. We do it in our home. So it's 15th century, yeah. So we've got a 15th century house, and
Mm.
it's like a dinner party. We
Nice.
have 16 guests. So tonight we've got 16 guests coming from 6:30.
So there's
Um,
16 people that know each other. So
no,
it's
no, no. They're thingy. So it's we have 4 to 5 tables, like 5 to 6 tables,
sure.
and that so each party, so a couple of
Oh,
tables of two,
yeah.
a couple of tables of four, and the chef's table.
Mm.
So they will come from 6:30. We do a drinks reception around Ben's table, which is our chef's table experience, and
Yeah.
then we sit people down. So we do that 4 nights a week. We don't have any other staff. It's just the two of
Just the two
us.
of you.
Just the
Wow.
two of us, yeah. So Ben's the chef and I do the front of house.
Sure.
And it's like if you were going to your friend's house for a dinner party, like if you were going around there, it's exactly
Yeah.
like that. It's really like relaxed with the
Mm.
professionalism of a restaurant, but
Sure.
still it's chilled. We're in the Michelin, so we're not Michelin starred, but
Mm.
we are in the Michelin Guide. So
Nice.
yeah, so we're in the Michelin Guide. We've got a Michelin feature video as well.
Nice.
So
Yes, I
yeah,
saw that.
and
Wow.
that. So yeah, so we're very professional, but also you're coming in. It's a dinner party and that.
Mm.
So yeah, so we do 4 nights a week, and yeah, and so in the mornings is when I get
Yeah.
my running. So I know what time I need and how long I need
Mm.
to set up.
Yeah.
So I just work my running around that.
Mm.
So we work Wednesday to Saturday evenings.
Okay.
So yeah. So I work my runs around that. So I know that the latest I can start setting up is 4 o'clock. So
Sure.
I get up when I want to get up.
Mm.
And there's some days where I do really early morning runs. We get up and
Yeah.
we meeting friends, like depending on where we're going, because I'll quite happily drive 50 minutes if I need to go to Box Hill to get the
Sure.
elevation in
I
and
like
that.
it.
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, we'll go there. Newlands Corner is half an
Mm.
hour away. The start of the North Downs Way is a mile and a half from me.
Oh, you're
So
lucky.
yeah, so we've got it. We've got everything in like in every direction I go. I've got it. So I can get up at whatever time, and I've got until 4 o'clock to just go and run and do what I like. So
So with all the trails around you, it's literally like the trails was made for you.
yes, yeah.
Honestly, like, do you think then does ultra running choose people or do people choose ultra running?
Oh, you know what? It's funny. I am. it's almost like a serendipity type thing because I
Mm.
posted a photo of me and my brother from when we were younger. So I think Leroy's younger than me. I think he
Yeah.
must have been, it would have been he would have been nearly 5 and
Mm.
I was 8 and we
Yeah.
were still living in London.
Mm.
And it's a picture. My parents used to take us to this place, which we didn't know, and it
Yeah.
meant that we could just run free. Yeah, and that. And we were in our Sunday best, and it was us two and our friend Gavin.
Yeah.
And it turned out it was Newlands Corner and that. So yeah, and we were still living in London, and so I reposted and I was like, it's almost like this is where we were meant to be.
Literally, wow.
But yeah, and I don't know. Uh, I mean, we love trail running. We
Yeah.
absolutely love it. And well, you know my brother. It
Yeah.
is his life. He loves it, and he loves anyone that does it, and that. And he will encourage everyone to do it. And I mean, I messaged him the other day and said to him, "Oh, I'm going back." If you hear the
Oh,
message,
they was happy.
honestly, he was laughing like a drunk, and then he was going, "Oh my God, I need calm down, calm down." He's going, "Calm down," but he's
Was he
not telling
telling
me to
himself to
calm
calm
down. He's
down?
telling himself to calm down. He's going, "Calm down," and he's going, "Okay, okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Oh my God, this is what we're gonna do." And
Oh,
honestly, the excitement like he's buzzing more than me. He's phoning me every
uh,
day, calling me Miss 50 Miler. My husband's buzzing. Like all of us, between all of us, is just like, yeah. Because this isn't who I was. This
mm.
isn't who I was. I was very much like, um,
Gym.
yeah, yeah, gym and sitting in the house. I like sitting in the house. I've also got a vitamin D deficiency because I sit in the dark. I love sitting in the dark.
I mean, I
And
like
that,
that too. It's
yeah,
just like
you
peace,
know.
quiet.
So to be out
Wow.
on the trails, like my husband, he grew up in Africa, and then
Mm.
the south of France. So he's very much an outdoorsy person, and that. So for him, he's just like, my God, he's like, who is my wife? Like, who is this? So they're all very shocked. They're all
Wow.
really shocked to see how my life's changed.
Mm.
And then obviously, well, I've got two daughters. So
Yes.
our youngest lives with us
Sure.
and she's got into the trail running. She was very much before, oh, I'm so sick of this trail running. Like every time I talk about, oh, I'm so sick of it. And now she's doing it.
How did she get into it? Was that you or Leroy?
No, it was her. So we've got a gym
Oh,
as well. Yeah,
okay.
we've got a gym. We've got a gym. So she started off, we built a gym,
Yeah.
and then she started off just running on the treadmill and then came out with me one time doing Couch to 5K with her
Wow.
girlfriends. And I said, "Oh, come outside, we'll do this." And we went out, and I remember the first time she ran 20 minutes, she threw up. Like honestly, we laugh about it so much because now she's doing her second 30 miler in a couple of weeks, and she's
Wow.
been running, it'll be almost 2 years.
Yeah, I was just about to say when she should start running. And is that
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
as
it'll be
well?
2 years, I think, in April, and
Wow.
that, and she absolutely loves it. She absolutely
And
loves
she's
it,
already
and that.
doing ultras. Like,
Sorry?
and she's already running
Yeah,
ultras
yeah, that's it.
in that two
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, yeah, she is, and we go out and we have a laugh,
Yeah.
and she go out with my brother and that, and and she's paved her own way in the trail world. She's got her own friends and stuff like that. We
Wow.
go out a lot together, and people are like, "Oh, you two sisters?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah."
And she's like, no, that's my mum.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no,
Oh,
we have a laugh. It's really good. It's really, really good. And then we come back and
yeah.
like the endorphins kick in and then, Ben will cook whatever I need. I've got
I
my
love
own
that.
master chef. I've got my own master
I
chef to
need
cook me
that.
whatever I need. It's great. It's
Especially
great.
after coming back from a long run. All you want is food.
Yeah.
You just want food that you don't have to cook yourself.
Yeah. And
That's
he will literally, when I'm in a training block,
mm.
he's just like, "Oh yeah, what do you need to eat?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I need this, I need that, I need this. I need mash, I need mash. But can we have some truffle in it?" Um,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. Then he's like, athletes. He's like, athletes do not have truffle. And I went, shut your dirty mouth.
how do
I
you
was
know?
like, I need truffle. So yeah, but yeah, no, it's great. It's great. It's good. So yeah, so that's how I make it work.
That is honestly, that is amazing. Do you have a few? So besides the running community that you join, do you have
Yeah,
other friends that don't run now see you running that think, oh, maybe I should give it a go?
yeah. I don't know if they think I should give it a go because everyone's like, you're crazy. I'm like, crazy or an athlete? I mean, yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, crazy or fit.
Yeah.
But then, so no, I've got friends who I think a lot of my because I'm 50 now.
Hmm.
And I see a lot of a couple of school friends who are now starting running. As we're getting older, people are starting to do stuff because everyone's like, you know what, we need to look after
Yeah.
ourselves. And one of my oldest friends, Kellyanne, we were like best mates when we were younger. Um, she's like she runs now as well. Like she lives in Essex,
Mhm.
and it's like we've done full circle because I moved to Surrey from
Yeah.
Essex, like
Oh, okay.
and then she's now lives in Essex and she does like park runs and I think she's done like a couple of half marathons
Mhm.
and she did a half marathon trail the other day. And so we're always messaging each other and hyping each other up and stuff like that. But I've got my cheerleaders, all my friends are my cheerleaders. They'll be like, "Oh my God, you're amazing. You're doing this." And I'm like, you know, and people will look on Strava, won't they, and say, "Oh, you just done amazing." I'm like, Strava isn't telling you that I'm fighting for my life. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And even the
And I'm like,
smile at the finish line is not
yeah,
a
just
smile usually. It's a grimace.
every
Like,
single run I do, I'm not gonna lie. And as soon as I start, I'm like, I can't do this. It's hard. Even if I'm running 6 miles, every run I do, I think is hard. You know,
but most of your
regardless of the
runs,
distance.
when I look at it, you're always on a climb. Because
Yeah,
if you're running with Leroy and he's recording, he's talking, but
yeah,
you guys are always climbing something.
yeah,
It's never
yeah.
like on the flats on the trail.
Yeah, he is whatever run. I
Yeah,
love training with him because
yeah,
whatever training I do with him, when I do the race,
yeah,
I know it ain't even going to be as hard. It's
yeah.
not
It's
going to be
not
as hard as
fully.
a run that he takes me on. It's never going to be as hard because I think my first 10K
Yeah.
race he paid for my birthday,
Oh, that's nice.
and it was in Denby's and it was like a winery, so you could stop off and have some wine. I was like, I'm just going to keep moving. I'm just going to keep moving, and I was the first lady in my age group. And I
Nice.
was just like, we got to the end, and I can always finish fast because I can smell the end. So when it comes, and I just I want it over and done
Yeah.
with. And I remember some ladies were saying, "Oh, it was really hard. The climb, the hill was hard." I was like, "That weren't a hill. I mean, yeah, it was a hill." I was like, "But compared to
Yeah.
what my brothers had me going on, that
Yeah.
was that was nice. That was nice." Because
Wow.
he will always have me pushing it. He will
Mm.
always have me pushing it.
So does it
So.
write you like a training plan? Like how did you train for Arc 50?
I had a coach. I had a
Okay.
coach. So Adam Lucas, he trained my brother when he did
Okay.
the 100 mile up. Yeah, and Adam came fourth when he did it. I think he's done it a couple of times.
Mm.
One of the times he did it, he came
Yeah.
fourth. So I was struggling. I was really struggling because we had a bereavement and
Mm.
that. So I was doing really well
Yeah.
because I do run a lot.
Mm.
And so the running wasn't an issue. Then we
Yeah.
had a bereavement. So we ended up going back to France loads and then I went to New York for my birthday. So my training got a little bit out of sync.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't run 3 miles, Trina. I couldn't even, and I was like, oh, I was struggling. And then Leo said, you know what, speak to Adam. And I got a coach
Yeah.
and it just put everything in perspective because I was
Sure.
trying to do everything. I was trying to do everything. I was
Mm.
trying to do ab day, arm
Yeah.
day, this day, that day. And it's just like, actually, what you need to concentrate on is this,
Yes.
and this. And that's all you need to do. Not, don't worry about your abs. Don't worry about the summer body yet. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry about your arms and that. So it's just like just get this
Yeah.
done, and that's how I did it. So now I
Yeah.
know what I need to do, and strength and conditioning is the biggest thing that I need to
Thank
concentrate on.
you. That's what I say to everybody because
Yeah,
runners like to run, but if your
yeah,
body's not strong enough, like
yeah,
you're not going to finish that race, honestly.
100%.
Yeah.
Strength and conditioning, mate, is what I need to get my legs strong,
Yeah. So
and
what kind
that's
of
so.
stuff do you do to strengthen condition?
I was doing ME, muscular endurance.
Mm.
I've got a spin bike, so I
Nice.
was doing spinning. I was doing like spinning my legs over. I've got a treadmill. I've got an elliptical, like literally all the gear and
Yeah.
no idea. I've got
You did it.
honestly, I've got resistance bands. I've got
Yes.
honestly, I'm a runner that doesn't really know about running. Do
Yeah.
you know what I
But
mean? Lee went,
we learn by doing, don't we? Because you can read everything, you can listen to people on social media, but
yeah,
until you start doing it yourself,
yeah.
that's when you learn what works for you.
Yes, yeah. But I don't like Leroy always says to me, Leroy's like a proper runner. He always says to me, have you looked at the elevation? Nah. Have you looked at the route? Nah. I can't read a map. You're giving me that you're showing me the map. It looks like a kid's drawing. It means nothing. You know, I've got a watch.
No, actually, yeah. Did you have the map? Did you have to self-navigate for the arc?
No, we don't. We're not anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, so it's marked out all the
It's
way.
marked now because it's UTMB. It's marked out.
Oh. And could you see, like, was it like clearly
Yeah, it's
marked?
really, really well. It's
Oh,
really, really
good.
well marked. But I've got a
Perfect.
map. I've got a watch.
Nice with the maps in there.
My
Nice. I
husband
like
said I look like MacGyver. The watch is so big.
it. Yeah,
Can I?
but we need to see. We
Yeah,
need to
but you know
see.
what? I also can't really. I don't know how to use it really. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
you know what? We all learn. We all buy it, and you kind of learn by practicing. And then you just don't want to press the wrong button while
Yeah,
you're in a race because
yeah.
you might lose your map. So you just don't touch
I
the watch once you press start.
I honestly, me and my friend, we go running. We will run in circles for about 5 minutes before we actually start
Yeah.
going anywhere. And the amount of times I get lost is not even funny. And Ben's like, "You got that stupid watch, like you got that big watch, and
Probably
you
costs a
can't
lot.
use it, and you
Yeah.
can't use it." You know what I mean? I'm like, "What's your point? What's your point?" So yeah, so yeah, I've got all the gear. I've got all the gear. I've got everything, and so yeah, so I've got the resistance bands. I've got, using what single leg RDLs and stuff like that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, foam rolling and that. So yeah, just trying to do it all. I've got a calf board,
Yeah.
like trying to do it all and just get it all in and making sure I do it. And Leroy will preach and preach and preach about the gym and he does it all the time, but he's strong and that. So yeah, he's strong. So I do listen to
You've
him.
got a gym at home, so yeah, you just work
Yeah,
out, do your stuff at home, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's the only time I will listen to him is when he's talking to me about running. Any other time I'm like, whatever,
You
dread.
probably talk about running. Do you talk about running all the time?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. Yeah. And sometimes he's just like, oh, shut up. I just want my sister. He's like,
Oh,
because now I'm
yeah,
really into because he used to talk to me about
yeah.
running all the time.
Mhm.
Then we would talk about it all the time. And
Yeah,
now like I'm just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And sometimes he just wants his sister. And I'm like,
yeah.
no, 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 I'm talking about running. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So yeah, it's
Oh,
funny. But yeah, you don't want to make it your personality, but it's
mm.
your personality.
It just,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like even at work, I mean, the
Yeah.
people in my team don't run, but I still talk about running
Mm.
because they'll listen. Anybody that will listen, you will
Yeah.
talk to them about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, it's
Yeah.
normal, isn't it? What has recovery been like? Because it hasn't been that long ago that you finished Arc 50.
Yeah, no, so I've finished like Sunday morning at 1:15. Absolutely fine. If I needed to run today, if I needed to run a couple of days ago, I could have done.
Mhm.
I was fine. I'm like I recover quite quickly, and I think it's because with work I've got to walk. I'm always walking.
Mhm.
So, and you can't be limping, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, fine. I'm stretching, foam rolling.
Mhm.
I won't go back to running as much as I want to. Because my muscles are repairing. My brother's like, your muscles are still repairing. Don't go
Yeah.
back. Don't do anything. So, I will. I think I'm going to spin out on the bike later.
Hmm.
Um, and then I'm walking later. I
Good
do a
work.
minimum of 12,000 steps a day.
That's so good.
So, yeah, recovery is absolutely
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, I'm good. I'm moving. All right. Obviously, I fell over. I've got a bruise, so I'm aware
Mhm.
that I've got a leg because I've got a bruise on it. But other than that,
Yeah.
I can lift my legs up high and I
Oh.
can squat. I can do everything. I'm absolutely fine now.
And the bruise is not nothing that you need to get checked out. Is it literally just
Oh no, no, it's just where I just when you keep falling, you're falling on the same side all
oh,
the
you just
time. So
saw.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it's just sort of it's just that. It's just like yeah, I fell on a couple of rocks. I fell in the mud, you
Wow.
know. So
Wow,
but
wow,
yeah,
wow.
but other
I
than
love
that,
that.
yeah, it was just like yeah, absolutely fine. It's good. It's good. So yeah.
Oh, I love that. Would Ben consider kind of like getting into running? Would you guys run
No, it's
together?
funny because he plays football. He plays
Oh, nice.
football, tennis, and football, tennis, and he rides.
Sure.
And that. But he started running on the treadmill. He started
Mhm.
running on, which is
That's how
how
it
it
all
starts,
starts,
right?
isn't
That's
it?
how it
Yeah.
starts, right? So he started running on the treadmill, for pre-season football training,
Sure.
and he's like, "Oh, I've got no desire to do any more than 5K, so we'll do the park run together." So we'll
Nice.
do the
Oh,
park.
that's
So
nice.
yeah, so we've got
Yeah.
Alice Holt park run. We'll do that, um, and that, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm going to do 10. I'm going to do 10K on the treadmill." I'll go. That's how it starts. That's
Mhm.
like, but yeah,
Say nothing. Say less. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, innit, yeah. But yeah, yeah, he said he would never do it, but never say never. Who knows?
No,
But yeah, but
exactly.
he's got his sports, and
That's nice.
he absolutely loves coming to watch me and support me and stuff like that. And whatever run I'm doing, if I want to take, so
Yeah.
we have to close the restaurant if I want to race and that. So I
Oh,
have
of
to look,
course.
yeah, I have to look to see what races are there, and because
Mm.
they're always on a Saturday.
Sure.
Saturday, or if they're on a Sunday, I'll always have to take the time off before, but not the time off
Mm.
after. So
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
because I need the rest. So we don't finish work until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So I need the rest.
Yeah.
So if I'm
Absolutely.
doing a race on a Saturday, I have to take a Friday night off, and then obviously I have
Mm.
to take the Saturday off.
Yeah.
So it's a couple of days, and it's just the two of us. And if we don't work, we
Yeah.
don't earn money.
No, definitely.
So, but he's like, you know what, life's too short. If you want to take the time off, take it off. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we
definitely.
do.
Oh man. Um, what was I gonna ask you? What's the kind of like, what's the most unusual thing that you've seen when you're out and about? Because obviously on the trails you see everything. Is
I
there
think
anything unusual that you've come across and you just thought to yourself, yeah.
um in the Arc 20 when I did the Arc 25 last year,
Mm.
barefoot runner ran past me. I was like, nah, he ran past me,
Complete barefoot.
complete barefoot, and yeah, he ran past me. I had shoes on and he was running barefoot and he ran past me. So to actually see a
Did you
bear
get to
someone.
see him at any other point? Like
No,
obviously
no,
you
no,
see him
because
at
he
the
was too
end,
fast.
he was
He was
gone.
too fast. He was too fast. But yeah, so you've got to have trainers. So as part of your mandatory kit,
Oh
you've got
yeah,
to have
I was gonna
trainers.
say,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it doesn't say you've got to be wearing trainers. So he's got his trainers, but he's not
On
wearing
him.
trainers. Yes, he's got the trainer, but you don't have to be wearing the trainers. So you have kit, but
Yeah.
you don't have to be wearing the
Yeah.
kit. Do you know what I mean? There's
They
certain
just know that
stuff
you're carrying, as long as
that
you're
you've just
carrying
got to
it,
be carrying it. So it
if
doesn't
you
say
need
you
it.
have to be wearing trainers. So yeah, so he obviously got his trainers, but yeah, he's running barefoot. That's the most
Wow.
unusual thing.
Wow.
So,
I
but
mean,
yeah,
obviously barefoot running is something that's growing, and obviously you've got like the barefoot shoes and stuff like
yeah,
that as
yeah.
well.
No, this was
But the actual
barefoot,
barefoot,
actual barefoot.
yeah. I mean, like when I think of the trails, I don't mind the mud, but any like cow pat, all of that stuff, like I
Oh,
don't want to step on it, much less my barefoot. So it's
mate, honestly, there was like you. I'm also at the age where I'm perimenopausal.
mm,
So when I'm running, I could be peeing myself. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. It's one of those things. And I remember seeing my friends after, and that because we run with there's a shop in Sheer called Surrey
mm,
Trek and Run. Best
mm,
community out. Oh my God, they meet up. We meet up
yeah.
every other Sunday. They've got a couple of run groups. It's
Oh
buzzy.
no.
It's so buzzy. And then some people go to like the cafe after.
Mm.
And I remember going there after and then just been messaging my friend, messaging everyone individually, going, I need to message you so you don't start a WhatsApp group about me because as I was running, I peed myself and I trod in cow poo and I got BO. I was just like, oh my God. I mean, I need you all to be aware that I'm aware that I stink. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got the cow we're
Yeah.
running through cow fields, we're running through horse fields, you've got everything up here.
Did you
And
pee
that,
yourself because you couldn't control it? Or I know because we do wild wees like trail runners,
yeah,
like you literally stop in a bush and wee anyway. But
yeah.
you just couldn't hold it.
I can't control
Control
it
it. Sure.
because of the perimenopause. Yeah.
Yeah,
So now obviously I'm just like now doing
you're
what's it
aware
called?
of it.
Pelvic floor, stuff
Yeah,
like that. Making sure I'm wearing the right knickers, like
yeah,
little stuff like that, which when your friends tell you like, oh, okay. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? I only wear black leggings. And I'm not afraid to say this. I have to wear
yeah,
bigger knickers. I'm wearing black leggings. Do you know what I mean? Before I was
yeah,
like, no, I'm not wearing knickers because I want my bum to look good and I don't want to have
yeah.
BBL. I don't care. I don't
Wearing
care.
knickers.
I don't care
Well,
now.
actually, there are some runners that don't wear underwear, but
Yeah,
that's not for another story.
that
That's
was that was me before, like because I didn't want to have VPL, but now I don't care.
oh,
I don't
I'd
care because
rather have VP.
yeah, I'd rather have VPL and no P marks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
For
yeah, so
people that don't know what VP are, visible panty
visible
line.
panty line,
Yeah.
yeah. For those who don't know, but
Wow.
yes. So that's the thing, and that so yeah, all of that, and
Yeah.
and as I the perimenopause just started, and
Okay.
then
I was gonna
I
ask.
stopped enjoying running. I stopped
Mm,
enjoying running because I also needed to pee all the time
sure.
and that. So and I'm one of these people that I'm like I'm a little bit bougie. I'm like I could be peeing as I'm running, but as soon as I pull my knickers down, my body's saying you shouldn't be doing this, and I get stage
Yeah.
fright.
Oh,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? And then you can't pull your knickers up and leggings up fast enough. Do you know what I mean? So, so all of that, I stopped enjoying running because
Mm.
every time I went out, I needed to go for a wee.
Is it
And that,
getting better now, though?
Oh
Is there
yeah, yeah,
anything?
it is. Yeah,
How
yeah.
is that? What has made that improve?
I don't know. I think doing pelvic floor. I
Oh,
think also having water with electrolytes because obviously if you're just drinking plain
yeah.
water, you're
Mm,
peeing all the time. With the electrolytes are staying in your body. So
mm,
all little stuff like that.
yeah.
When you don't know it, we don't know about it.
Don't
You
know. You
you
don't
just
know what
don't
you
know.
don't know.
You don't know. Do you know what I mean? And then people tell you like, oh, okay, game changer.
Yeah.
Right? So and
It-
just
yeah,
talking.
to other people, other
Yeah,
women as
yeah,
well.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, I run with a lot of women, and we're
Mm,
all the same sort of age. We all talk to each other, and that no
yeah,
one's scared to say anything. We just help each other out
yeah,
and laugh and chat, and we learn so much about each other. So
definitely.
within a short space of time, you
Mm,
become really good friends with these
yeah.
people. Because, like, did you say you run on your own?
Yes, I run on my own or with friends, or
Yeah.
if I go to a race, I'll just book a race and go on my own. That's not a
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, I'm quite happy to do that. But in my training, I
Yeah,
like to
yeah,
run with people. I just
yeah,
find it more enjoyable. I find it
yeah.
more
Especially the
enjoyable.
long runs. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, where some people are great running on their own, and sometimes like if I've added like some new music to my playlist, I'm like,
Mm,
"Oh, okay, I want to go out because I want to listen to the
yeah,
music." Do you know what
no,
I mean? And it
yeah,
gets you through, and it's really enjoyable. And we've got a couple of routes that
yeah.
we just run those routes all the time. It's like a six
Mm,
miler, a 10
no,
miler, a half marathon,
mm,
and it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go out for a couple of hours and just do that. It's a route we know
yeah,
really well and that. So I know I'm not going to get lost. And we just do that, just listen to the music and,
yeah. Just
just
chat,
run. Yeah,
just chat.
yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say, has the perimenopause affected you in any other way in terms of like affected your running
No.
or your sleep or anything like that?
Um, um, yes, I think I've always been in terms of sleeping,
Mm,
I can I can get away with minimal sleep and that and I make it work. I just make it
yeah.
work. I brain fog. Brain
Mm,
fog is the thing. I can't remember simple words. There'll be stuff where I'm just like, oh my God, I've forgotten what it is. Or I'll be telling a story and the backstory's so good, so I have to tell you the backstory. And then I
yeah.
get to the point and I forget what the point is. And
Oh,
people try to prompt you, and you're like, no, it's done. Move on. It was a
yeah.
good story, but
I'll
it's
remember
done.
when I'm sleeping and I'll
It's
come and message
done.
you.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
story's done. So I always say my brain's got too many tabs open anyway. But I'm not taking HRT or anything like that. I think the running definitely helps.
Good.
The running definitely helps. And when I went to the doctors, they were like, "Oh, do you want to do HRT?" I was like, "No." I said, "I don't think I'm struck." When I see other people struggle, I don't
Mm,
feel like I'm struggling like that. And
yeah.
you know what? I 100% think it's the running. I 100% think it's the running, and
Mm,
that my body's coping with it well. I don't struggle any other way. I do forget stuff, but
yeah.
it is what it
But that,
is.
but I think that also that can just be normal life though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Like you
that's what
said,
I'm
we've got so
saying.
many tabs open.
Yeah.
It's just like you can forget stuff. It doesn't
Mm.
actually necessarily mean anything.
Yeah, no, exactly. So the running, I feel like the running is helping.
Yeah,
It's definitely helping with for me. I
yeah.
know I've got some friends who have struggled with
Mm,
running since they've had menopause and that, but for me, I feel like it's helping.
yeah. And did you know, I'm asking you all these questions because and at what point did you know you were in perimenopause?
It's just when you're speaking to people, like when I was sweating and it weren't hot. Do you know what
Okay,
I mean?
yeah, that gives it away. Like, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. When I'm sweating and it weren't hot. And it's like, oh, 1 minute I'm hot and then I'm cold. And then I'm
Yeah,
hot
I hear that
and then
as
I'm
well.
cold.
Yeah.
And I had to go to the doctors about something else.
Mm-mm.
And that's when I realized then they said to
Yeah.
me, oh yeah, you're in perimenopause. I went to Italy to see a friend
Mm.
and oh yeah, because also your period slows down, doesn't
Ah,
it?
yeah, of
Your
course, it
period slows
messes
down.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get
And that,
excited and then it comes back. Bam, I'm
yeah.
back.
Yeah, and I was in Italy with a friend. Mine came back with a vengeance, really bad, almost to the point that I was almost hemorrhaging, like
Oh
so
no.
much, like every half an hour, just so much blood. And then I contacted the doctors, and then I thought it was all related to my iron. I contacted the doctors. I was
Okay,
like,
yeah, of
I was
course.
weak. I was really, really weak. And I said to them, I said, I need to check my iron and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I said, basically, I could run 15 miles back to back. I said, at the moment, I can't even run a mile. So
Wow.
I was like, I thought it was my iron and that, and because I'd lost so much blood, and
Yeah.
because I'd had the blood transfusion, I was like, do I
Of
need this to happen
course. Yeah.
again? Do you know what I mean? So and then they were like, yeah, I'm in perimenopause. So yeah, so the doctor confirmed for sure. But it's one of those things, you know the signs and that.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's talking to friends, knowing your age and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
And
yeah.
that's what I love about running communities or running in running groups, because runners will talk about anything. You can meet
Yes,
somebody for the
yeah,
first time and you
yeah,
can tell them your whole life story and all your
yeah,
health problems and everything. You may
yeah,
never see them again, but we
yeah,
happily share
yeah.
and then learn from other people.
And you know what? Someone said to me, the reason we do that is
Yeah.
because when you're running side by side. You're not
Yeah.
looking into somebody's eyes. Do you know what I mean? You're
I
running
never
side by
thought of
side.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
It's so
running side by
true.
side. So you're
Yeah.
talking and you're not looking in someone's eyes. So no one's judging anyone because you're
Yeah.
trying to stay alive, right? So, and that's what it is. That's what it is. You're running
So
side by
true.
side.
'Cause I've never thought of that because I know I've been in races where I've just randomly start chatting to
Yeah,
somebody. I remember at the race last year because my watch died.
yeah,
And then I just said to some guy, like, listen, my watch has died, so we're just gonna run together. And
mm,
I told him everything. I stopped in the bush to pee, and I'm like,
yeah,
just wait for me. And then you just
yeah,
talking
yeah.
random stuff.
I know.
I've never seen this guy before, and I'm probably never gonna see you again. I've never seen the man again. I don't even know his
Yeah,
name.
yeah. Well, it's funny because I was running and I was like, I got to St. Ives and I was running and I saw a girl and I was like, I'll always, I don't know if you do it. You know, when you're running, you're like, okay, just get to that person. I'll just get to that person.
Yes,
It's that
yes.
person.
Or
So I
the
was running,
tree or the lamppost.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just need to get to that. So I was
Hmm.
just like, oh, I'm just gonna get to her, and I got to her, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what wave are you in? She went wave two, and I was like, oh, we were talking, we're like, oh, we'll do this together, shall we? Let's just get each other through it, because it's just the two of us at that point. We're like, let's
Yeah.
just get each other through it. So we're running and we're chatting, and I was like, oh, what's your name's like Sam? Oh, I'm Lornette, blah blah blah. And like, oh God, we can do it. I don't know if we're gonna get to the end, but you know what? Let's
Mhm.
just keep going, and we're hating it, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I've seen my brother, and then he's cheering
Oh,
me on, and then he's gone to her, Sam. Sam.
you
And
knew
I was
her.
just like, yeah, he knew her. And then he was just like, oh my God, yeah, you too. Like, and then we're carrying on. And then I went, so how do you know my brother? So I'm Lornette Valentine. Do you know what I mean? I was like, how do you know
Oh,
my brother? And she's like,
wow.
oh yeah, Queen Elizabeth Park. We've run together there. And that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was absolutely
So
mad.
small. It's like a small
Yeah,
world and a big world in one. It's like,
exactly.
what are the
But then
chances of you picking her out
yeah, I
and then
know.
actually
And
getting to
then it's just
speak to
like,
her?
oh my God,
Wow.
you ran with my brother. And even like there was someone who we know who ran the spine and he
Mm.
met Zuki.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he met Zuki, and
Yeah.
then obviously they were chatting. And he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Leroy Valentine." I was like, oh my God, you know Leroy Valentine?
Yeah.
It's just mad. It's like the
Wow.
running world is small. It's so
Mm.
small, and it's so supportive
Very,
and that, and I
very,
love it. I absolutely love
very.
it. I
And
love
you know
it.
what? You mentioned the spine. Obviously, there's the winter spine and the summer one.
Oh yes.
Would you consider doing either?
No, absolutely not.
Not
Absolutely
even
not.
the small one, because they've obviously got levels within spine, haven't they?
Yes, no, no. But then I also said I wouldn't do a 50 miler.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
said,
true.
I've even thought like Lewa said to me, "Oh, you're not going to do 100?" No, I'm not going to do 100. But then I sit there because I can sit there like now. I can get off. I can
Yeah.
because I'm buzzing
You
after
just
talking
start
to
thinking
you.
about
I'll
it.
be looking at somebody else running whilst I'm sitting
Mm,
down and the sun's shining. Do you know what I
mm.
mean? And then I'm like, I can do that. And then when I look on the map, it's the distance is that big, two
Yeah,
centimeters.
exactly.
I'm
You
like,
think, yeah, I could do
I
that.
can do that. I can do that. You know what I mean? I can do that. And that's the thing is like, yeah, it's mad. And I tell you what else as well, running, because I've learnt to run and do this,
Mm.
it meant I then learnt to swim. So I couldn't swim. I
Nice.
couldn't swim. And I went swimming and she said to me, why now? And I went, you know
Mm.
what? Because I can run a marathon. I said, and I couldn't do that before.
Mm.
I said I couldn't swim. I said because I was a black girl in the
Yeah,
70s. It was all about our hair. And I never wanted my daughters to have that. So they both swim.
yeah.
My husband swims really well. I said, but I
Brilliant.
didn't I said I can't. I said,
Mm.
but I've learnt to run. I said, and if I've learnt to run a marathon,
Yeah,
I said,
you can learn
it
to
means I can do
swim.
this. And in
Yeah,
2 weeks, I learned to swim.
that's
I swim like I'm
amazing.
being chased by sharks. I'm very splashy,
Wow. Yeah,
but
but you're
I
swimming.
can swim. I can swim. I can do it.
I
And
love that.
that's because of running. So because I can run, I
Yeah,
believe I can do anything, and because I couldn't do it before. So now I'm just like,
yeah.
well, I couldn't do this, and you know. and I wanted to learn. I got someone in. I want to learn to sew, and I got someone came in.
Mm.
She's like, "Oh, have you got experience with sewing?" I went, "No, but when I was born, I didn't have experience with walking." And look at
Oh
me
my
now.
gosh, I
I'm
love
running
that
marathons. Do
analogy.
you know what I mean? I was like, I didn't have
Wow.
experience with walking when I was born, and now I'm running marathons,
Yeah.
love.
And that's
So
the thing, you
now,
literally can do anything
yeah,
that
it
you
makes
want
you
to
think you're
do.
invincible.
Yeah.
And it makes you think you're invincible.
Yeah.
If you're going
Honestly.
anywhere, you're like, oh, I can run that. Oh,
Yeah, you're driving somewhere, you're like,
yeah,
wow,
I
yeah.
could run this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like honestly, I need to go such and such. I need to go to town. There's loads of roadworks. I
Yeah.
need to go to town. Oh, I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
run it.
Just run there.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
Oh, I love
know.
that so much. So obviously you can swim, you can run,
Yeah,
assuming you can cycle.
absolutely not. I can't swim in the sea. Before you ask me about a triathlon, no, I need the sides. I need the sides of a pool. I need the
But
sides of
I
a
think you
pool.
can do some triathlons where it's in the pool. It
Yeah,
doesn't have to be
I
in the
can't
open
put my
water.
face in the water. I can't breathe properly in the water. Yeah, no,
We'll
no.
get there.
But then to be fair, I did say to my friend, because I'm not actually doing it, I can talk
Yeah.
about it. Words just come out of my mouth like verbal diarrhea. They just come out. They just I can sit there and say to you, come on, Trina, let me just run up to London. We do a run and run back because it's easy to say. And in my head, I think I
Yeah.
can do it.
But
I
then
remember,
once you've committed to it, you know, often like once we've said something
yeah.
and you say you're going to do it, especially if you tell other people you're going to do it,
Mm,
nobody's forcing you to do it, but then you feel like, oh
yeah.
my gosh, I've said it and I'm going to have to do it.
Yeah.
And then you just sign up.
I know. That's it. I mean, the amount of people who knew that I was running for the restaurant, the amount of people who
Yeah.
knew that I was doing this race,
Mm.
I was just like, oh my God.
Got
And
to do
oh my God, now I've got to do it. Everybody
it.
knows now I've got to do it.
Mm.
It's like, God. Yeah, now I said it. Me and my big mouth. Now I said it.
Oh
I've got to do it.
man.
So,
Oh
but
my gosh,
yeah,
I love that so much. So obviously you're going to do the Arc 50 again next year. But before
yeah,
that, obviously it's a new year, so we've still got a long time.
yeah.
Is there anything else that you have in mind that you would like to do?
I think right now I just want to enjoy. I just want to enjoy running for fun. I was in a
Sure.
training block
Good.
for so long, and
Yeah.
there is but there is the North Downs Way 50 on
Yeah.
the 16th of May. I may do that.
Mm.
We need to think about so I've blocked the time out in the restaurant diary
Sure.
just in
Hmm.
case I decide to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's because I run the North Downs all the time. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's close
oh
to you.
okay,
Yeah.
I should do the North Downs Way
So that's
50.
50 miles, isn't it?
It's 50 miles, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so I may do that.
Mm. That
There
sounds like a
I'll
yes to me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I know. That's the thing, isn't it? As soon as someone goes, "Oh, I don't know," you're like, "What I'm hearing is, yeah." What I'm
And you've
hearing is,
blocked the
yeah,
time out in your diary. Hmm.
yeah. I've blocked the time out. I
Yeah.
know. It's almost like I'm manifesting it. I know. So,
You
so
should
yeah.
do
So
it. You should do it.
it's 4 months away. So yeah. So
Yeah.
I might do that.
Yeah.
There'll be, I'm sure I'll do another marathon and that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I love a medal, but because we go out and we just run marathons and stuff,
Yeah.
and that it's almost like some stuff I'm like, oh yeah, I don't need to. If I want to do another 30 miler and there's no
Yeah.
space in there,
You
I can say
just
to
go
my
and do it.
brother, oh, you know what? Can we go out on
Yeah.
Sunday and do a 30 miler, or can we go out
Mhm.
and do that? And yeah,
Yeah.
I can do that. So like a half marathon, I do that every Sunday. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll sometimes do it Saturday and Sunday
Mm.
because we meet at Newlands Corner, we run down
Yeah.
here, we run with Sheer, we run back. That's a half marathon. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So,
Wow.
we're just knocking them out. We're knocking them out like,
And
like it's
that's where
normal.
you're never starting from scratch, are you? You're
Yes,
always
yeah.
starting from experience and you're always kind of ready. Like
Yeah,
if a race
yeah.
comes up in a month's time, you're already kind of ready
Yeah,
because you're
that's it.
just
Yeah.
training anyway. So you can
Yes,
always jump
yeah.
into a race if you want to.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what I'll do. I think I am definitely this year for me is going to be
Yeah.
100% focus on strength and conditioning and that. So, and I because I know I'm getting the mileage in. I know I'm already
Yes.
getting the mileage in.
Yeah.
So strength and conditioning is the next thing. And then if I see a race come up, I could just be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going
Yeah.
to do that. So, yeah. So
One thing I see Leroy using a lot, because obviously he did that for charity, using the Stairmaster.
yes,
Do you use that as part of your training as
I
well?
don't because I don't have a stairmaster at home.
Okay.
I don't have a stairmaster. So we've got an actual proper gym. We've got
Okay.
not just like a little
Yeah,
bit, we've got a space that's dedicated
sure.
to a
Nice.
gym. We're quite lucky we've got an outbuilding and we converted it ourselves
Oh,
and
nice.
that. But
I
Leroy
need one
goes
of
to a
those.
gym. Yeah, Leroy goes to a gym, so he uses the stairmaster.
Yeah.
So Naya also
Mm.
goes to a gym.
Oh, nice. So she can use that
So
there as
she
well.
uses the stairmaster loads and that. So
Yeah.
she's like, Uncle, I'm coming for you. She's like, Uncle, I'm coming for
Oh,
you.
I
So
love
yeah,
that.
so she uses it and it has made her really strong.
Mm.
So like we went out the other day and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, she's
You see
really,
the
really strong
difference.
now. Yeah, because she's prioritized
Yeah.
training.
Strength.
Her and her sister joined David Lloyd. They treated themselves at
Nice.
Christmas
Oh,
and
that's
they
nice.
basically live there. They basically live there. It's
Yeah.
a lifestyle for them. So but it has made her a really, really
Yeah.
strong runner. It's made her really strong.
I
So
mean, the fact that she's running 30 miles in just a space of 2 years,
yeah, yeah.
it's just, I can just imagine what she's going to go on and do.
Exactly, yeah, because she's only
Yeah.
22 as well. So
Yeah.
she's like, yeah,
That's
her and her
amazing.
friend, they used to dance together and now they both run together.
That's
So,
really nice.
yeah, yeah.
That's really
So
nice.
yeah, they both started running treadmill
Mm.
and her friend Amelia started running road.
Yeah.
I introduced her to trail. So now she does trail.
That's
And her
nice.
mum, who I'm friends with, also started running as well. And she
Yeah.
will come out and do trail. So it's like,
That's so nice.
honestly, the amount of people who are part of that trail community,
Yeah.
it's from me doing that. And I guess it started because me running outside started
Yeah.
with the 10K with Dio. That's
Hmm.
how it started me running outside. I
Yeah.
wasn't going to run
Gosh.
outside. I would have only run on the
Yeah.
treadmill, but that's what got me outside.
Yeah.
And then running with my brother. And because Leroy would always talk about trail running, he'd always talk about
Yeah.
it, and we were just
Always.
like, okay, yeah, we were like, okay, whatever,
And
weirdo.
it's like you just never get it. It's hard to explain to people
Yeah,
what
you
you love
don't,
about
yeah,
it until
yeah,
they experience it
yeah.
themselves.
And
Yeah.
Leroy will say that to me all the time. He goes to me, "Do you remember when?" Yes. I said, "Yes, yes." I hold my hand up. I
Yeah.
hope you remember when. I
Yeah.
said now. And I think that's why he's so chuffed because he's like,
Mm.
I remember when you were sitting. He goes, I remember coming round, you're sitting in the dark, and that he goes, I introduced you into this
Yeah.
world and I'll take you out. So so
That is
sometimes
such a sibling thing to
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah, literally. Because he says to me sometimes, he goes, I phoned you the other day. He goes, I phoned you, you didn't answer the phone, but I see you on GTR, I see you email. He goes, if it weren't for me, you'd still be sitting at home. He goes, I introduced you to all these people, and that's what it is, because we're part of the same
Yeah.
like Guildford Trail
Yeah.
runners, like running groups and that. And he's like, I messaged you, you didn't message me back, but you're out running with this person, you're out running with that person, you're out with this person.
Like, stop stalking me, Leroy.
Yeah, yeah, literally. But yeah, he loves it. He loves
Oh,
it. He's
I
like, oh
love
my
that.
God, you like, yeah, he's just, yeah,
So
he can't
proud.
believe it. Yeah, so
So
proud.
proud,
So
isn't it?
proud. So yeah.
Oh,
And my kids are proud and my husband's
that's so
proud.
nice.
Like my parents are like
Yeah.
proud. My mum doesn't want to hear it because she's just like, oh my God, you're running in the woods and you're running in the thing. And I'm like,
I
yeah,
know.
so Leroy's got a race where he's gonna need bear spray. Yeah, we'll just keep that on the DL.
Yeah. Yeah, there's certain things you just don't tell
Yeah,
them that
that's it.
you're
We're just
doing.
like, yeah,
Tell
we'll
them
tell
some
you.
parts of it,
Yes, we'll
but not
tell
the
you
whole
after,
thing.
but the bear
Yeah.
spray, the snakes, we'll just keep that on the DL. So yeah. So
Oh,
yeah.
amazing. Thank you so much. Is there
You're
anything that
welcome.
you want to tell us or share with us before you leave that we haven't spoken about? Or any tips?
Yeah. I think I don't know, we can do anything. If you just believe it, you can do anything because you start off like not being able to even run when you
Hmm.
in the couch to 5K is how I started. I don't know how you
Wow,
started, but couch to 5K. And when you do it, you're walking for a
yeah,
minute, you're running for a minute. That 1 minute run feels hard.
yeah.
It feels so
Hmm.
hard. Do you know what I mean? And then you're running 15 hours and 43 minutes.
Mm,
Do you know what I mean? And it's like,
okay.
and I don't compare myself to anyone. I
Good.
don't run against anyone. I run against my yester self and
I
that.
love
And
that.
that's all you can do. You
Hmm.
sit there when I'm in a race and that, and I see someone, I aim to get to that person.
Yeah.
But when people say, "Oh, what time are you going for?" It's not like road running. Trail running is very
Mm,
different. I always say,
right.
"I'm not going for a time." I guess in my head, I always think, "Oh yeah, I'd
Mm,
like to get it in with that time," but I'm
yeah.
always just going for survival. I'm
Yeah. And
just going for
finish, like
survival.
a
Yeah,
finish.
yeah, that's it. I'm
Yeah.
and survival because
Mm,
trail running, you are falling over. You are like,
yeah.
especially if you're tired, you're tripping.
Hmm.
I don't want to mash up my feet. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? I want to wear open toe toes
In the
in
summer.
the summer. Do you know what I mean? I want to keep. I'm going to keep my. I want my toenails to stay intact.
Yeah.
That's what
It's
I'm
so
thinking
funny.
of.
I'm just gonna add something. I think I saw it on, when you're going through your phone and they show you advert from like Temu.
Yeah.
It was like a silicone feet,
Yes.
like toes cover.
Yeah.
I saw that. I'm just like, are they trying to say this is for runners? Honestly, it was
Yes.
so
Yeah.
ugly as well. Don't
I
do
know.
that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I was like, I used to have such pretty feet. And I
Yeah.
remember one of my friends was saying to me, "You're going to lose toenails." I'm like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm
Yeah.
not." And I lost a toenail and I was like, "Oh my God." I said, it was hanging on. It was on suicide watch. It was on suicide watch. And by the time it fell off, the other one had already
It's
grown
grown
back.
back.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
keep my
Yeah.
toes, I've always kept my toenails short anyway.
Yes.
And always like give
That's
my,
another tip, actually. Yes.
yeah,
Keep it
toenails
short all
short.
the
Keep
time.
your toenails short. I've always given myself pedicures. I'm always looking after my feet anyway.
Good.
My trainers, I'm a size 5/5.5. My trainers are size 7.
Same. I'll go a size and a half up as well. I
Yeah,
wear
a
six, but
size and
I'll
a
wear
half, two
seven and a
size
half.
up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I wear a size 7. So my trainers are bigger.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I've got various trainers, so for
Mm.
different terrains
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah, I
Love
think
that.
just enjoy it. I think if
Yeah.
you enjoy it, and that's what it is, because when people say, "Oh, I
Hmm.
couldn't do it," I enjoy it. I
Yeah.
enjoy going out with the people I go out
Hmm.
with. The community up here is
Yeah.
great. The friends I've made are great. We all support each other.
That's
You know,
nice.
it's lovely. And
Mm.
it's when you're doing a race and you go back and you look at the WhatsApp group and everyone's like dot watching you and they're
I
all
know. And they're
writing messages
cheering you on.
cheering you on,
Yeah.
mate. That's when you're like, oh my God, that's these guys are
Yeah.
amazing. And that's what gets you through it.
Definitely.
Because I can tell you at the beginning of the race, I can't even run 1 minute to the start because I'm always late. I can't run one minute
Oh,
to the
really?
start. So I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to run X amount of distance? But you do. You
Yeah.
do.
The start is always the hardest. So for me,
Yeah.
anyway, it usually takes me at least 5K, 5 to 10K to warm up.
Yeah.
And then I get going. But yeah, it's always,
For a normal run, it's
yeah.
like that. But for the race, the adrenaline of the race, the buzz of the people
Mm.
around you,
Yeah.
or around me, for me, gets me like, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you just forget, and you're just
Hmm.
like, you know what? I just want to get through it. I'm not racing anyone. I always sit there and think, oh yeah, for my age, if I see someone my age, I think, oh yeah, I want to get past them. Do you know what I mean? And that. But and when I see someone older than me running past them, I'm just like, "Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Really, I should be able to run faster than them, but right now I ain't got it in me. I ain't got it
Yeah.
in me. So
Same.
I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. I'm not. And that's it. And I
That's
stop. I
it.
don't compare myself to anyone. I
Yeah.
stop think it, but then I'm like, but I ain't killing myself. I ain't
Mm.
killing myself because I've got this distance.
That's
I've
it.
got to get to the end. All I need to is
Yeah.
get to the end, get my free t-shirt, get my medal, um, so I can lord it up. And yeah, and that's it. And so far,
Perfect.
thankfully, I haven't had to DNF in any races
Nice. Well done.
before. But yeah, yeah. So I feel grateful that I've always been strong enough to complete
Hmm.
it. So yeah,
Do your strength training, people.
do your strength training, people, and love it, and don't compare
Yes.
yourself to anyone. Just
Right.
compare yourself to your yes self, because if you compare yourself to other people, then you're just going to be like, you won't
Yeah.
push yourself then, because
You
you're going to be
won't.
like, well, I'm not going to be able to do it as good as that person.
Mm.
As opposed to, you know what, I also like to run with people who are faster than me, who are
Yes.
better than me. I
Yes.
surround myself by people who know more than me. It
Yeah.
makes me a better person. Makes
Mm.
me a better and stronger
Definitely.
person if you put yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
If you want
definitely.
to, if you want
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Just, yeah,
Do it. Thank you so
do
much.
it.
It's been amazing speaking
Oh
to you.
yeah, no, it's
And
really nice.
I'm going to continue watching
Yeah.
and cheering you on from the
And
sidelines
let's
as
get a
well.
run in. Let's get a run in.
Absolutely. I need to
Let's
come
get a
to
run in.
Newlands Corner.
Yes,
I didn't
yes.
make it there
Come.
a few years ago, but I need to get there
Yeah,
now.
come,
Yeah,
come. All you got to do
we'll
is catch a train, babes, and I'll pick you up. Pick
perfect.
you
We'll
up.
do
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Let's do it.
brilliant. So
Cool.
nice speaking to you, Lynette.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you
too.
so
You
much.
too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's all right. Take care.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
too.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.